What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in the spring season of series number 6. Today we're driving around in our 1999 Mitsubishi Lancer that we used in the last video for the red versus blue trial event. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. But today we're going to be jumping into the seasonal championship for the spring season. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, so that is the Street Art Seasonal Championship. This is a street racing seasonal championship. And this will get us the 1970 Dodge Challenger. And our car restrictions are A-Class 800 and Modern Muscle. So I've got 3 cars set up. We're going to go ahead and jump into the first one. We'll jump over to the race start. And we'll take a look at the car and then... or take a look at our first car, and then take a look at those races. Alright, so this is our first car. This is the 2016 Cadillac ATS-V. The share code for the tune that is on it, along with the tuner's name and name of the tune, will be up on the screen now if you want to check it out. But we're going to jump into it and see what this little Cadillac can do. So there's our 3 races there. They're all street races, as we said. All right, here we go in Los Laderas. Starting it out. Let's see what the Cadillac can do here. Definitely one of the cooler Cadillacs I've seen for sure. I think this is actually the lightest car that we're going to be using today, which is kind of funny. I don't think of light when I think of Cadillac. Our next car will actually be the heavier, or the heaviest of the 3. Ooh, on the brakes. Everybody's going to run a little wide there. So, important thing to note about these seasonal championships is you don't actually have to come in first in all 3 of the races. You just have to be in first place in points at the end of the 3 races. And we can show you how that breaks down a little bit better after the second race. But we did just move up into first. So we'll take that for sure. I do want to go ahead and just point out, I do appreciate all the support on the channel while I was gone. I was out of town for a week and a half or so. I didn't end up recording any videos last week either for the winter season, just due to some miscellaneous things. Had a long travel day back on Friday. Didn't really feel up to it on Saturday, just kind of rested. Sunday was Easter, obviously. But I started to not feel super great on Sunday evening, so kind of still dealing with that a little bit today, but just kind of wasn't up to it at all. So I do apologize for the lack of videos on the spring and the winter season, but hopefully, or the autumn and winter season rather. But I do appreciate all your all's continued support on the channel and on those videos that I did post while I was gone. But we are about 90% through this race. Cadillac held in really well through there, and get across the line with a pretty big lead there. Alright, but there we go. You can see I got 20 points there on the far right. That's the leaderboard for this race. If I hit continue, this is the championship leaderboard. So we are sitting in first currently with those 20 points. But as I said, we'll be able to look at that better after the next race. So I'm going to jump into our next car and head over to the next race, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, so this is our next vehicle we're going to be using. This is the 2015 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. The share code for this tune, along with the tuner's name and name of the tune, will be up on the screen as always. So if you can't find it from the share code, sometimes if a tuner does edit the tune, whether it be something as simple as adjusting tire pressure or any of those little settings, it does change the share code. So if you can't find it based off of the share code, try searching it off of the tuner's name and the name of the tune, and that should pull it up for you. But we're going to jump into the next race here and see what this Challenger, or see what this Hellcat can do on the roads of Mexico. All right, here we go. Off into the next race. Again, this is the heaviest car that we're going to be using. Maybe the most powerful too. I think it goes a little faster than the Cadillac already. For sure it does. Come on. Oh, on the brakes. We're going to use that drivatar there. Okay, that's fine. Wasn't paying attention. I'm a little rusty, if you guys can't tell. It's been 2 weeks or so since I've played Forza, which is kind of crazy. So, getting into the swing of things still. Trying to, get used to it again, so. But up into first already. Sometimes you do have to use drivatars to your advantage. They made it a little easier to go around that turn for us. So I'm going to take that when we can. Thing is a little bit of understeer, which is understandable with it being as heavy as it is, and all-wheel drive. It's not going to want to turn necessarily as well as it should. A little tap of the e-brake kind of helps it pick out there though. We are about halfway through this race. I just feel rusty, man. I know it's probably coming across on the screen or through my driving, but yeah, I don't feel great in general, but definitely don't feel like it's coming as naturally as it usually does driving wise, but making do with what we can at least. 60, about 70% through the race now. All right, come on. I really do love Hellcats. Like, there's a Charger, or the Challengers in general. Love to have a Hellcat or a Scat Pack at some point, but probably not a likely investment in the near future with kids on the way. Maybe a Charger though. That's a little more realistic. I think the trunk on the Challenger might be bigger than in the Charger though. For strollers, right? I mean, the trunk on this thing is absolutely massive. Alright, there we go though. Cross the line. Another first place finish. And we'll be able to show you a little bit better how those points work here. So you can see I got 20 more points for coming in first. If I hit continue, we're up to 40 in total. And second place is currently at 28. So you just have to be in first at the end of the race in those, on this leaderboard, or at the end of the 3 races. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our last car and start up that last race. Okay, and the last race here, or the last car we're going to be using here is the 2018 Ford Mustang GT. The share code for the tune, along with the tuner's name and name of the tune, will be up on the screen now if you want to check it out. But we're going to jump in here to the El Lago Blanco street race to finish out this championship. All right, let's get going. See how this Mustang can handle. I think that Cadillac was lighter than this Mustang, which is kind of crazy. I've always thought of Mustangs as really light muscle cars. But it could just be a misconception on my mind. thing feels pretty good already. Just going around that one turn feels fast. So it's like it doesn't have as much understeer as the Challenger. It's still got some though, but not a lot. The nice thing about this is you only have to use one of these cars. I use 3 just to show you guys different options that can be used. So if you find one that you're comfortable with, you can use that for all 3 of the races. Ooh, on the brakes. Yeah, that's always a bad turn for me. I always forget about that one. The Drivatars obviously don't handle it too well either, but yeah, just use one of the cars. And if you find a car that works out pretty well for you, definitely let us know down below in the comments. You know, leave the car and the share code for the tune that you used. Because, you know, this isn't me saying that these are the 3 tunes that are going to get you the best results. This is me just trying out 3 tunes to see, you know, if there's any that work out well. They've all worked out pretty well for me, so they may just play more to my driving style, so they may not necessarily work out for you, but this game is really just kind of, you know, finding what suits you and, you know, going with that. So we're about 70% through this race, though. Just getting through the desert here in our Mustang. It still blows my mind that I have roads that I haven't driven yet. I'm sure it bothers a lot of people. This game's been out, what, 6 months or so? And I still haven't completed or driven on every road yet. That's actually kind of mind-boggling to me too. Maybe one day I'll get there, but not too worried about it right now. There we go. Cross the line. Another first place finish. And 20 more points, which will get us 60 in total on the championship. And if I hit continue, that'll take us to the podium and get us that 1970 Dodge Challenger. And a wheel spin. Let's see what we get here. Oof. Okay, we'll take it though. 40,000 is good. Better than just, you know, 5,000 or 2,000. Alright, but there we go. That's how you can get the 1970 Dodge Challenger here in the spring season of series number 6 by completing the Street Arts seasonal championship. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did either, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content. Again, I do apologize for the lack of content on the channel over the last 2 weeks, but I am back in town and currently should be able to do the, you know, upcoming seasons for a little bit until life gets a little crazy with baby coming in July. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.